Week 4 of the NFL. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Cowboys and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 25 carries, 76 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Oh, it's no good. Marr pushed it right. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. From the 22, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
The give is to Elliott. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. but what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Prescott looks to throw on first. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And right side, they're going to go option here. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. Rolling to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And Sanders now to return. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
Gibson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gibson again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. A dump off to Elliott.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Brandon, nothing short of a shocker here. I mean, this is pretty close to chip shot range. Most kickers, they're going to hit the top of the net, maybe even put it over the net. And I know this one didn't get blocked, yet it doesn't even get there.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, all knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Flushed out right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Dorrance Armstrong in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on fourth down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
A first down throw for Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this from the parking lot, from an even 70 yards out. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, and it's the Patriots out in front at halftime. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we'll head west to check on the other team in the Keystone State, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that one's gone to halftime with the visiting 49ers out in front. Elijah Mitchell, a touchdown run in that first half. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The kick by Marr is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the...
Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I'd have a return.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd down, Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing, Prescott. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
76 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Commanders 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense back out there. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on NeXT stats. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll set up a throw.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. They start on the ground with Elliott.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes it's his job to make more out of it than what they give him.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Marr now to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Final minute now of the third quarter.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
61 yards on the ground for him so far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott to throw it.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel. Complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Again, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Give to Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Prescott now from the 50. Out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Taking a shot for Samuel, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A 1st down carry by Elliott. As he's got this to the 39. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running wide side, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now it's the backup Gabbert. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 2nd and 6. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Complete to Will Fuller. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The give is to Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. The 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On second down, Elliott once more.
Pushes him over, and he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Gabbard.
Left side to Lamb.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Cowboys, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.